There comes a time in life when you realize the hardest battles are not fought outside. No enemy stands in front of you. No one blocks your path physically. No one holds your hands to stop you. And yet you feel stuck. Heavy. Confused. Tired. That is the moment you understand a painful truth. Sometimes your biggest obstacle is your own mind. Your mind was meant to guide you, but when it is undisciplined, it begins to control you. It starts deciding how far you can go, how much you deserve, and what you should fear. It reminds you of your past mistakes when you are trying to move forward. It brings doubt exactly when you need courage. And slowly, without you realizing it, your own thoughts start working against you. This betrayal does not happen loudly. It happens quietly. One small excuse at a time. One delay at a time. One "I'll start tomorrow" at a time. The mind does not tell you to quit immediately. It tells you to wait. To be comfortable. To avoid risk. To stay where you are because it feels safe. And safety slowly turns into a cage. You wake up with goals, but your mind reminds you of your fears. You dream of a better life, but your mind shows you worst-case scenarios. You want growth, but your mind prefers comfort. And this is where most people lose. Not because they are weak, but because they trust every thought they think. Here is a truth most people never learn. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every feeling deserves your action. Just because your mind says something does not mean it is true. The mind lies when it is afraid. It exaggerates danger. It minimizes your strength. It compares your beginning to someone else's ending and then convinces you that you are already behind. Overthinking is one of the most dangerous forms of self-betrayal. It feels intelligent, but it is destructive. You replay conversations that are already over. You imagine failures that have not happened. You stress about outcomes you cannot control. Overthinking steals your present by dragging you into an imaginary future filled with fear. And while you are busy thinking, life keeps moving forward without you. Fear is another master of disguise. It rarely shows up saying, "I am fear." It comes pretending to be logic. It says, "Be realistic." It says, "This is not the right time." It says, "People will judge you." It says, "What if you fail?" And because it sounds reasonable, you listen. You obey. You stop yourself before anyone else can. Your mind remembers every failure in detail but forgets every victory quickly. It replays your worst moments like a movie but skips the scenes where you survived, adapted, and grew. It convinces you that you are defined by what went wrong, not by how far you have already come. That is betrayal. Comfort is another silent enemy. The mind loves routines that require no effort. It loves habits that keep you numb. Scrolling. Sleeping late. Avoiding responsibility. Repeating the same day again and again. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it slowly kills ambition. It makes average feel acceptable. It makes potential feel unnecessary. Most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they listen to the wrong voice for too long. They listen to doubt instead of discipline. They listen to fear instead of faith. They listen to comfort instead of purpose. Understand this clearly. Your mind is a tool, not a king. It is meant to serve you, not rule you. But if you do not train it, it will control you. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. It protects you from your lowest impulses. It protects you from quitting on hard days. It protects your future from your temporary emotions. There will be days when you do not feel motivated. Those days decide everything. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Anyone can dream when things are easy. But growth happens when you act even when your mind says no. When you show up even when you are tired. When you move forward even when confidence is low. Your mind will try to remind you of who you used to be. You must remind it of who you are becoming. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your fears. You are the one who chooses despite them. Silence the noise by action. When the mind starts overthinking, move your body. When doubt speaks, let discipline answer. When fear shows up, take one small step anyway. Progress does not require perfection. It requires courage repeated daily. Stop waiting to feel ready. Ready is a feeling your mind uses to delay growth. You become ready by starting. You gain confidence by doing. You build strength by struggling. The mind will always try to protect you from pain, but pain is often the doorway to growth. You will lose people when you change. Your mind will use that as a weapon against you. It will say, "Stay the same so you don't lose anyone." But growth requires sacrifice. You cannot keep every version of your past and still move forward. Some chapters must end so new ones can begin. The moment you stop believing every thought, you take your power back. The moment you act without permission from fear, you become dangerous in the best way. The moment you realize that discomfort is temporary but regret is permanent, everything changes. Your mind will betray you again. That is human. But now you know. You observe it. You question it. You do not obey it blindly. You choose purpose over comfort, action over excuses, discipline over doubt. And one day, you will look back and realize the voice that once held you back is now silent. Not because it disappeared, but because you stopped listening. That is how you win the war inside your head.